Historical inventions. Have you ever imagined how life was in the ancient past? Pigeons used to carry letters. People did not used to have papers and printers as we do nowadays. Since modern means of transportation was not available, they used to walk on foot, ride horses, and carry their goods using animals. There was neither electricity nor cell phones, and firewood was the main fuel. With the advancement in science and technology, there are various changes in human life. There are some historical inventions. A. The steam engine was invented in 1765 by James Watt, who lived in England. While he was still a boy, he observed the lid of a kettle rising due to the pressure of steam from the boiling water. He realized that the power of steam can be used to drive engines. And one day, his dream came true. The first application of the steam engine was made by Stephenson in 1829 to drive a railway train. Stephenson is thus the father of the locomotive engine which pulls the train. By means of the railway train, we can travel long distances and send our goods from one place to another. B. The motor car was invented in 1885 by Daimler, a German engineer. The motor car is a swift and cheap means of transportation. It serves the same purpose as the railway train, but it has expelled the train in the transportation of goods over short distances. It is easier and cheaper to run motor cars over roads than to construct railway tracks and run trains. Today, we use so much of electricity in everyday life that we cannot think of the world without it. It gives us light at night, heat in winter, it drives trains and other vehicles, and it runs factories and mills. In addition, electricity helps us to send email via computers. Water is used to generate electricity, so it is called white coal. Michael Faraday, who invented electricity, is called the father of electricity. D. The aeroplane is one of the fastest means of travel. We can fly to different parts of the world in a few hours. It would have taken us months and years to travel long distances if there had been no aeroplanes. It has cut down distances and brought the countries of the world nearer to each other. The aeroplane was invented in 1903 by two American brothers, Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright. E. The latest wonder of the science is the spaceship. It is a type of artificial satellite which moves in space beyond the atmosphere of the Earth. It is put into orbit by powerful rockets. Humans landed on the moon with the help of a spaceship. No one person invented the first spacecraft, but rather it was the work of a very large team. No one person invented the first spacecraft, but rather it was the work of a very large team. The first spacecraft, the Soviet Union's Sputnik 1, was launched on October 4, 1957. It weighed 83.6 kilograms. F. You must have a radio or television at home. You turn them on and listen or watch news and music. The radio is a sort of wireless telegraphy invented by an Italian scientist, Marconi, in 1902. People used to own a radio, FM radio, in the past, but now they have been replaced by mobiles of different kinds. Television was invented in 1939 by John Logie Baird. It is interesting and funny to see the face of a person speaking far away. G. Today it is hard to imagine a world without mobile phones. Even if you do not own one yourself, you probably see dozens of people talking on a mobile phone every day. But who invented them? To get the answer to that question, we need to look back for more than a century. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone in 1876. And then, in 1900, on December 23, Reginald Fessenden achieved a remarkable success. He made the first wireless telephone. His work not only paved the way for broadcast radio, but also provided the foundation for mobile phones and networks. Later, Martin Cooper led a team that designed the first practical mobile phone. Paragraph 1 is about introduction of old life. So in ancient times, people did not have papers, printers, modern means of transportation. They also did not have electricity and cell phones. प्राचीन समयमा मानिसहरूसँग पेपर्स, कागज, प्रिन्टर, आधुनिक आवाज-जावत गर्ने साधनहरू, बिजुली र फोनहरू पनि थिएन. Therefore, they used pigeons to send letters. They traveled on foot or horseback. त्यही भएर उनीहरू चिठी पठाउनका लागि परेवाहरू प्रयोग गर्थे. उनीहरू पैदल अथवा घोडामा यात्रा गर्थे. मानिसहरू आफ्नो सामानहरू एनिमललाई बोकाउँथे. Firewood was the main fuel. त्यो जमानामा मुख्य इन्धन दाउरा थियो. विज्ञान र प्रगतिले ह्युमन लाइफ मानवीय जीवनमा धेरै चेन्जेस यानी कि परिवर्तनहरू ल्याएका छन्. Here are some historical inventions. यहाँ केही historical inventions छन्. Steam engine जेम्स वाटले 1765 मा आविष्कार गरेको थियो. जेम्स वाटले उम्लिँदै गरेको पानीको बाफबाट इन्जिन चलाउन सक्ने कुरा रियलाइज यानी कि महसुस गर्यो. र 1829 मा स्टेभेन्सनले पहिलो पटक स्टीम इन्जिनबाट रेलवे ट्रेन सञ्चालन गर्यो. र यो रेलवे ट्रेन, यो स्टीम इन्जिनबाट चल्ने रेलवे ट्रेनले अत्यन्तै लामो दूरी भएको ट्राभललाई सम्भव बनायो र गुड्स यानी कि सामान ढुवानीलाई पनि सजिलो बनायो. प्याराग्राफ बी 1885 मा मोटर कारको आविष्कार भयो जुन डेमलरले गरेको थियो. डेमलर जर्मनी इन्जिनियर थियो. मोटर कार छिटो र सस्तो यातायातको माध्यम बन्यो. मोटर कार रेलवे ट्र्याक बनाउन भन्दा सजिलो र सस्तो थियो. त्यही भएर यसले रेललाई पनि पछाडि छोडिदियो. प्याराग्राफ सी माइकल फ्याराडे इज द फादर अफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी. हु इन्भेन्टेड इलेक्ट्रिसिटी? माइकल फ्याराडेले बिजुली निर्माण गरेको हुनाले उनलाई फादर अफ इलेक्ट्रिसिटी भनेर चिनिन्छ. बिजुली हाम्रो लाइफमा इसेन्सियल छ, अति नै धेरै महत्त्वपूर्ण छ. किनभने यसले प्रकाश दिन्छ, यसले जाडोमा हिट ताप दिन्छ, यसले ट्रेन्सहरू अथवा अरू गाडीहरू अथवा यातायातको साधनहरूलाई सञ्चालन गर्छ. यसले फ्याक्टरी अथवा मिलहरूलाई पनि सञ्चालन गर्छ. यसले यति मात्र नभएर कम्प्युटरबाट इमेलहरू पठाउन लागि मद्दत गर्छ. र यो इलेक्ट्रिसिटी जेनेरेट गर्नको लागि चाहिँ पानीको युज हुन्छ. त्यही भएर यसलाई व्हाइट बोर्ड पनि भनिन्छ. 1903 मा एरोप्लेनको आविष्कार भयो. दुईजना अमेरिकन दाजुभाइ, उनीहरूको नाम अर्विल राइट र विल्बर राइट, यी दुई मिलेर विमान यानी कि एरोप्लेन आविष्कार गर्यो. एरोप्लेन अहिले यातायातको साधन मध्ये सबैभन्दा छिटो साधन बनेको छ. एरोप्लेनले विश्वको देशहरूलाई नजिक ल्याएको छ. महिनौं अथवा वर्षौं लाग्ने यात्राहरूलाई छोटो बनाएर केही घण्टामै मात्र यात्रा गर्ने सम्भव बनाएको छ. स्पेसशिप यानी कि अन्तरिक्ष यान मानिसहरूले बनाएको कृत्रिम उपग्रहको एउटा प्रकार हो. स्पेसशिप रकेटहरूद्वारा प्रक्षेपण गरेर पृथ्वीको वायुमण्डल बाहिर पठाइन्छ यानि कि यसलाई चाहिँ रकेटहरूद्वारा पृथ्वीभन्दा बाहिर पठाइन्छ The Soviet Union's Sputnik 1 was the first spacecraft र यो सोभियत युनियन्स स्पुटनिक 1 भन्ने स्पेसक्राफ्ट यानि कि अन्तरिक्ष यान चाहिँ संसारको सबैभन्दा पहिलो अन्तरिक्ष यान यानि कि स्पेसक्राफ्ट थियो र यो स्पेसशिपको मद्दतले मान्छेहरू चाहिँ चन्द्रमामा जान सक्छन् यो स्पेसशिप साइन्टिस्टहरूको ठूलो टिमले निर्माण गरेको थियो रेडियोको आविष्कार 1902 मा मार्कोनीद्वारा भएको थियो र यो रेडियोको इन्भेन्सनले तारहरू बेगर नै सञ्चारलाई सम्भव बनाएको थियो टेलिभिजनको आविष्कार 1939 मा जोन लोगी बेयरद्वारा गरिएको थियो टेलिभिजनबाट टाढा टाढा भएका मानिसहरूको फेस पनि देख्न पाइन्छ र घटेका घटनाहरू पनि हेर्न पाइन्छ In 1876 Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone. टेलिफोनको आविष्कार 1876 मा भएको थियो र टेलिफोनको आविष्कार गर्ने इन्जिनियर अलेक्जेन्डर ग्राहम बेल थियो र 1900 मा डिसेम्बर 23 मा रेजिनाल्ड फेसेडनले तार बेगरको टेलिफोन बनायो अलेक्जेन्डर ग्राहम बेल टेलिफोन जुन तारसँग कनेक्टेड थियो त्यो बनायो बट 1900 मा रेजिनाल्ड फेसेडनले तार बेगरको टेलिफोन बनायो र पछि मार्टिन कुपरले नेतृत्व गरेर साइन्टिस्टको टिमहरूले पहिलो मोबाइल फोन बनायो An object that causes a feeling of great surprise and admiration. Answer: wonder. An object that causes a feeling of great surprise and admiration. Wonder. 6. Made by people, often as a copy of something natural. Answer: artificial. Made by people, often as a copy of something natural. Artificial. 7. Understood a situation. Realized. Understood a situation. Realized. 1. An idea or fact that something is based on. Foundation. An idea or fact that something is based on. Foundation. 3. Unusual or surprising in a way that causes people to take notice. Answer: remarkable. Unusual or surprising in a way that causes people to take notice. Remarkable. 4. The use of communication system that works by sending electric signals through wires or by radio waves. Answer: telegraphy. The use of a communication system that works by sending electric signals through wires or by radio waves. Answer: telegraphy. 5. Forced someone to leave a place, state. Answer: expelled. Forced someone to leave a place, state. Expelled. Now here is the puzzle with answers. 1. Foundation. Meaning an idea or fact that something is based on. Then 2. Wonder. An object that causes a feeling of great surprise and admiration. 3. Remarkable. Unusual or surprising in a way that causes people to take notice. 4. Telegraphy. The use of a communication system that works by sending electric signals through wires or by radio waves. 5. Expelled. Forced someone to leave a place, state. 6. Artificial. Made by people, often as a copy of something natural. Be careful here because there is no enough box. So artificial, artificial. Artificial. Task B. Match the inventions with their inventors. A. Application of steam engine. This question A is unclear. Let me tell you why. It says application
एप्लिकेसन अफ स्टिम इन्जिनको युज चाहिँ कसले गरेको थियो भनेर सोधेछ बट माथि क्वेसन के छ इन्भेन्सन्स भन्ने छ स्टिम इन्जिनको इन्भेन्सन मिल्यो बट स्टिम इन्जिनको प्रयोगको इन्भेन्सन त मिलेन नि त है one confusion here another one is look the steam engine was invented by James Watt स्टिम इन्जिनको आविष्कार जेम्स वाटले गर्यो बट द फर्स्ट एप्लिकेसन अफ द स्टिम इन्जिन वाज मेड बाई स्टिभेन्सन सो अब यहाँ स्टिम इन्जिन मात्र भएको भए के आउँथ्यो जेम्स वाट बट यहाँ के छ एप्लिकेसन युज त कसले गरेको हो स्टिभेन्सन सो मैले यो क्वेसन ए यहाँ मुनिको एप्लिकेसनलाई फोकस गरेँ भने एन्सर के हुन्छ स्टिभेन्सन बट फेरि माथि के भनेछ इन्भेन्सन्स र इन्भेन्टर्स भनेपछि फेरि एन्सर कुन भयो जेम्स वाट तर यो माथिको मेन क्वेसन र मुनिको क्वेसनले नै एकअर्कालाई कोअपरेट गरिरहेको छैन कन्ट्रास्ट गरिरहेको छ अपोजिट भइरहेको छ सो इन माई केस आई एम गोइङ टु टिच माई स्टुडेन्ट्स द्याट द एन्सर्स आर बोथ जेम्स वाट एन्ड स्टिभेन्सन बट तपाईहरुको टिचरले के भन्नुहुन्छ यु हेभ टु फलो द्याट तपाईहरुको टिचरले जेम्स वाट भन्यो भने ओके जेम्स वाट इफ योर टिचर सेज स्टिभेन्सन देन ओके स्टिभेन्सन अलराइट सो फर माई स्टुडेन्ट्स माई एन्सर्स आर जेम्स वाट स्टिभेन्सन बी मोटर कार MD I remember like this so motor car Daimler electricity of course Michael Faraday spaceship a group of scientists mobile phone Reginald Vassodon task C question answer A what incident inspired James Watt to invent the steam engine possible answer the incident of the lid of a kettle rising due to the pressure of steam from the boiling water inspired James Watt to invent the steam engine. Question B. Mention a benefit of motor car compared to train. Possible answer. A benefit of motor car compared to train is it is cheaper and easier or it is easier and cheaper. Question C. Why is electricity called white coal? Possible answer. Electricity is called white coal because it is generated by water. One possible answer in passive form. Text ma bhayeko sentence ko passive form ma मैले answer दिए. However, you can write as it is. Water is used to generate electricity, so it is called white coal. However, be careful. सबै क्वेशन को एन्सर लेसन मा जस्तो छ त्यस्तै लेख्न मिल्दैन जुन मिल्छ त्यही मात्रै लेख्ने अलराइट नेक्स्ट क्वेशन डी why is a spaceship thought to be a wonder possible answer a spaceship is thought to be a wonder because it helped humans to land on the moon a spaceship is thought to be a wonder because it helped humans to land on the moon. E. When was the first spacecraft launched to the moon? Possible answer. The first spacecraft was launched to the moon on October 4, 1957 or you can say on October 4, 1957, the first spacecraft was launched to the moon. You know, there are various ways to write the same answer. Question F. How old are mobile phones? This one is tricky. How old are mobile phones? In the passage, mobile phones are old. No, it did not say. Okay, now, be clever. Current year, 2025. And passage does not say when mobile phones were invented. However, it says that wireless telephone was invented in 1900. A wireless tar bigger. So I am focusing on that particular year, 1900. Mobile phones are approximately 125 years old or nearly 125 years old.
झन्डै करिब 125 वर्ष जतिको पुरानो हो भन्न सकिन्छ अथवा वर्षको हो भन्न सकिन्छ. Alright? Task D. What modern appliances or gadgets do you use? Make a list of them and discuss how they have aided in your life. Aided means helped, assisted in your life. If you write modern appliances or gadgets I use are given below. But if you write a list, then it's given below. So answer, a list of modern appliances or gadgets I use is given below. 1. Smartphone. 2. Laptop. 3. Washing machine. 4. Refrigerator. 5. Electric kettle. 6. Television. 7. Rice cooker, etc. Now discussion. Modern appliances and gadgets have made my life easier, faster, and more comfortable. My smartphone and laptop help me study better and stay connected with people. The washing machine and rice cooker save my time, so I can focus on other activities. The refrigerator ensures that my food does not spoil quickly. These devices have not only reduced my workload but also improved my daily lifestyle. Grammar 2, Question A. Read the given passage and underline the verb forms that refer to habitual past actions. One example is given. Used to, stay. So habitual past actions means something a person used to do regularly or repeatedly in the past but no longer does now. Past ma यानी कि विगत मा कुनै काम गर्थ्यो कन्टिन्युअली अथवा रिपिटेडली तर अहिले चाहिँ गर्दैन छोडिसक्यो. When I was 10 years old, I used to stay with my uncle. भनेको पहिले म 10 वर्षको हुँदाखेरि म मेरो अंकलसँग बस्थे. यसको मतलब अहिले चाहिँ उ अंकलसँग बस्दैन. So let us underline used to. Okay, now here is the answer. When I was 10 years old, I used to stay with my uncle. It means now I do not stay with my uncle. In the past, I used to live at my uncle's house. I used to start my tasks early in the morning. I used to go to the tap with my aunt to fetch water. After returning from the tap, I used to do my homework. I was free to study, but whenever I had free time, I used to work on the farm too. Despite my daily chores at home, I used to work hard to be in the first position in my studies. We used to create a lot of resources for ourselves. Therefore, we did not used to go on any excursions. All the teachers used to engage us in different practical activities. All those activities helped me a lot to become successful. Task B. Rewrite the given sentences using used to. Use negation where necessary. Negation means negative form. So we can use the negative form where necessary. Structure of used to is, for positive sentence, used to plus verb 1. Example, this is positive sentence. So she used to but live only, not lived. She used to live in Italy when she was 5. For negative, did not use to plus verb 1. Example, look at this. Suhana did not use to help her parents. For question, did plus subject plus used to plus verb 1. Example, did you use to spend much money? Like this. Okay, now let's complete this up. A. Done. B. We grew a lot of crops. Answer. We used to grow. Grow is verb 1. A lot of crops. B. There were a lot of trees in that jungle. Because this is B verb, so word changes to B. There used to be a lot of trees in that jungle. E. William and Fiona went to school together. Subject, William and Fiona. Now, used to go. Went is verb 2, go is verb 1. William and Fiona used to go to school together. G. What did you do in the evenings? Answer. This is a WH question. So first question word what, then did you. Did you. Did plus subject. Used to do. Do is verb 1, so as it is. What did you used to do in the evenings? H. Suhana did not help her parents. Negative. Answer. Suhana did not used to help her parents. I. People were helpful in the past. Answer. People used to be. Word changes to be. People used to be helpful in the past. Done. Writing 2. You might have attended a ceremony, example, birthday, picnic, etc. recently. Okay, birthday, picnic, a ceremony. So let me write about picnic. And here is the sample answer. Last week on Saturday, our school organized a picnic to Kositapu Wildlife Reserve. All the students gathered early in the morning and we traveled there by bus, singing songs along the way. The weather was pleasant and the natural scenery made the journey even more enjoyable. Once we reached the picnic spot, we cooked food together and played different games like football, badminton, duck, goose, and musical chairs. Some students danced while others explored the area and took photographs of the beautiful birds and river. Teachers also shared interesting stories about the place, which made the trip more educational. I felt cheerful and relaxed because it was a refreshing break from our regular studies. Spending the whole day with my classmates and teachers in such a beautiful place gave me memories that I will treasure forever. Now let's write a short narrative essay about birthday as well. A sample answer, of course. Few days ago, I attended my cousin's birthday party at my uncle's house in Dharan. The house was decorated with balloons, colorful lights, and a big banner that said Happy Birthday. Many relatives and friends had gathered, and the atmosphere was full of excitement and laughter. The celebration began with everyone singing the birthday song while my cousin cut a large chocolate cake. We played fun games like passing the parcel, making funny face, and there was plenty of delicious food such as chicken biryani, pork curry, chips, desserts, cold drinks, and juice. Everyone enjoyed talking, taking photos, and making memories together. I felt excited and I was over the moon because I got to spend time with my cousins and meet relatives I had not seen in a long time. It was a joyful evening. I will always remember how much fun I had at the party.